because we're going to be talking about really it's about being your best self, right? When you say
Mhm.
never say never, it's being your best self. And I was listening to some of the other podcasts that you've done, and you know, I mean, how is it? Let me just ask this. So, when you say never,
Mhm.
how is it that you get or how you coach people to get from point A to point B, right? Because
Mhm.
it's not from the couch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yes. That's tough because I tell you, it's funny when I was actually writing my second book, collaboration. Um, I got God, He always has a plan for us, right? He
mhm.
always puts us into something that makes us uncomfortable to get into, like what I'm doing. Well, like I said, I would never speak. I would never do Facebook Live. I would never write a book. I would never get married. Everything that I said I would
All
never
those
do.
things, by the way, same here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and God said, "Oh, yes, you are." And then He puts me into other things. So now I'm writing my third book. But it's amazing how me growing up as my self-esteem confidence was low. I know I did not want other people to do that, and that's what made me get into social work. And even when I was in corporate with IBM, people would still come to me and talk to me and say, Wanda, and let me know what they thought. And I tell you, God spoke to me with the certain ways. And when He puts things in my mind, I share my inspirations every day with my family and friends. I send that to them. You never know who needs to hear a good word, right? You never know that may penetrate to them to really understand there, and they actually come to me with, Wanda, I need your prayers on this. So when I came to Never Say Never, I try to help people strive to have that confidence and self-esteem to get past that fear. And we talk about fear, right? To
Mhm.
get past that fear, because fear, like I said, fear is a liar, right? We
Fear
never
is
know.
a very low vibration.
Yes, yes, yes. So, and I always say you don't want that to steal your happiness and joy. So, I wanted to make sure as I was growing up, and where I am today, Jody, I never thought I would be where I am today. As far as what I've done, and even after retirement, and then getting my own business here, I'm back into mentoring. Like today, I have my mentoring group with middle school girls. I do mentoring for two middle schools here in Georgia, and
Oh, you need to bring me with.
what's that?
You need to bring me with.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and I am not. I mean, I know we're live and you have to say yes online, but no, seriously. So I taught 12-year-olds for
Okay,
5 years. It was an incubator program. It's a young entrepreneurs academy.
okay.
And they we taught them how to create their own product or program, their own business,
Okay.
um, do the full business plan, present it to a group of investors. The winner then would go to New York and present with other students from
That's
around the
awesome.
country. Um, there was this little girl. She was really, really shy, little whip of a girl, and she
Mhm.
didn't have a voice. And her body language, shoulders forward, head down, very
Mhm.
shy. And she took second place by the time I was done with her.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. I actually was at a meeting yesterday. I belong to Marriott Business Association, and I met a group that does something like this as far as it's great. It's actually the educate, empower, and release. And I need to collaborate, and collaboration is my key to how actually success. I always talk about collaboration. So I want to get with them, and they do the same thing. It's actually something like what you're doing to get scholarships to help them thrive to adulthood. So as you're saying it, yeah, I need to do that because actually, like I said, it's funny how God brought me round back the same circle that I
Mhm.
started with social work, and after getting out of corporate and have my own business. So every morning I ask myself, okay, God, what do you want me to do today? You know, and He guides me to what I'm doing. I mean, I can be very busy all this week. I'm busy. I'm busy, so I have to take a break. But having that spirit that I have, and I guess my passion, people see that, of what I do. and they come to me and they ask me, Wanda, what do you think of this? And I love it because I love helping people. So it's really about helping people. And with our middle school girls, I'm the affirmation queen. I send them an affirmation. I'm sure you see on my Facebook and my Instagram. I do my affirmations. So whenever they leave out the door, before they leave out, give me an affirmation. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am. And
Yeah, it's interesting. So I do both. I do affirmations, and I'm kind of in your face, not kind of, I am in your
Mhm,
face
mhm,
about what's interfering with your best life, meaning your food, your water supply, those things. And I know
mhm,
you know that. And but when I'm doing but I also, I couple it with you know, the way with concepts and thought forms that
mhm,
allow people to understand that they're unstoppable.
mhm,
When we do classes, I do healing classes here. And part of the healing is not just, oh, they're ringing at me. Okay. Could you not ring? Sorry. They come at them at interesting times. Part of the classes that we teach, or it's part of it's healing, right? And
mhm,
it's all healing. But it's not just physical and healing, it's mostly emotional,
mhm,
because our emotions are completely tied to our
mhm.
physical pain or physical wellness.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that. So having affirmations and going through mindset training so
Mhm.
people think positive,
Yeah.
how do you help people think positive?
Well, it's a revert, and that's it depends, like you said, the mindset. How
Mhm.
far down are they as far as that negativity, right?
Mhm.
And just reversing it is the hard. It ain't easy. It ain't easy, because then they can bring you down that same rabbit hole, as far as the negativity.
Right.
And I try to reverse it for myself, first of all, not to feed into that, but give them something positive to think about, such as um, you woke up this morning, you can see, you can walk. I mean, look how many people, it's people worse off than you are. You may think it's
Gratitude,
really bad.
gratitude, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I have people that, oh, well, I can't do this. Don't. And my father always told me. My father was a high level salesperson. He said,
Mhm.
"Don't can comes in cans, so you don't say you cannot do this, but reverse it, say I can do this." Um, and helping people to reflect on what is good in your life, because that's what the devil wants to do. He wants to That's that negativity, right?
Mhm.
Wants to bring you
I
down.
always say, if you're not playing with God, you're playing for the other side.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this, and I always say that fear that people have, which is the negativity that it brings on, it's a mechanism blocking us to do what God plans for us to do. So you have to get out of that negative thinking and reverse it to that positive thinking and think about something positive in your life and say, here's people out there in the streets that's homeless, but you have a home, right? You
Mhm.
have something to drink. Some people, especially with the economy now, it's very hard. So I try to reverse that and tell them that let's think about something that actually could be worse, you know. So
Mhm.
that's how you kind of reverse reverse the negative to the positive,
Well,
and
so one of the things that we do in our house is, and there's many ways to do this. We have a gratitude jar.
yes, yes, gratitude,
And
very
so we
important.
take a little paper and we write what, maybe 3, 4 things that we're grateful for.
That's
Now,
good.
I did that for years. You can also use a gratitude journal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then what I started doing, because, I kind of ran out of room on my journals and all that, I just started sending gratitude to people in social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like, put it
Mm-hmm.
in the universe
Yes.
plaster it,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And I know that you can manifest anything with
Mhm.
gratitude because it's such a high
Absolutely.
vibration.
Yep. Yep. Yep.